Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome. So for today's video, I wanted to do a very classic holiday look with a red lip, but I do show you another lip option that you can do. So what I did was just a simple halo eye to add a bit more effect to the eyes. And this video was requested by one of you guys, so thank you so much for sending that in. And you guys did request that I do an affordable holiday look. Every single thing that I put on my face in this video was from the drugstore. I didn't show myself in the video doing my brows or priming my eyelids, but I did use drugstore products. I promise you guys, I don't really use high-end brow products or eyeshadow primers, and I will link everything that I use down below in the description box, even the ones that weren't really mentioned in the video. And by the way, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, show me some support now, maybe at the end of the video, during the video. It'd mean the world to me. Thank you so much for clicking on my video, and let's get started. Alright, so I've already primed my eyelids and did my eyebrows off camera so we can keep on moving. So I'm going to take that light brown shade and put it all over my crease as my transition color. And with this color, I'm just slowly building it up. And to apply it, I'm just using a fluffy crease brush. And then right on top of that light brown, just using the same brush, I'm going into the darker brown shade and just putting it right on top. And again, you really just want to build up this color and use a light hand instead of just smacking on all of the color at once. So now using an e.l.f. crease brush, I'm going to start doing the outer and inner corner of my eye. So I'm applying the light brown first and then applying the dark brown on top of it again. And you also want to start blending it a bit into your crease as well, so everything looks seamless and blended together. And then you just want to grab your fluffy crease brush and blend it all together. Don't apply any more product onto it, just use whatever's on the brush. Next, I'm grabbing this $2 e.l.f. concealer brush and this e.l.f. long-lasting lustrous eyeshadow in the shade Toast. And this is going to be our middle shade where we didn't put any eyeshadow. This is just going to be the base, and then we're going to put another eyeshadow on top of it to make the color really pop. And you can bring it up all the way to your crease as well. And with this product, you really just want to pat it and not swipe it to make sure that it really sticks onto your eyelid. And then after that, you're just going to add more dark brown to the outer and inner part of your eye. And you're just going to blend it out as you go. And then on top of the gold shade we put on the center, I'm going to be putting the Wet n Wild shimmer palette in the shade Boozy Brunch. And this is also going to be the highlighter that we use later on for our face. I'm basically using this to kind of set the product and also to add a little bit more pop to the eye look. Okay, so now I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some falsies and apply some mascara. And today I'm using the Kiss lashes in the style Ritzy. So now we're just going to move on to the face and then come back to the eyes later. I'm going to start with the Rimmel Lasting Finish Primer. And then for my foundation, I'm going to be mixing the Maybelline Matte and Poreless in the shade 128 with the Maybelline Dream Bronze BB in the shade Light Medium Bronze. The BB Bronze just makes my foundation a bit darker. And for my concealer, I'm going to be mixing the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 20 and the Wet n Wild Highlight and Concealing Pen in the shade Ivory into You. I'm going to start with the Maybelline Fit Me right below my lash line, and then right below the Fit Me, I'm putting the highlighting and concealing pen. Adding the highlighting and concealing pen helps add a bit more brightness to the under eye. And now I'm gonna set my whole face using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade Transparent. And for bronzer, I'm using the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. And to apply that, I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm not going to be applying any blush because I didn't really want to use any. But for highlighter, like I said earlier, we're going to be using the gold highlight that we use on our eyelids. And it's the Wet n Wild Shimmer Palette in the shade Boozy Brunch. I'm also just going to put a bit on the tip of my nose and on my Cupid's bow. That highlight is so good and it's literally like $4. And to set this all down, I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. Setting spray basically just helps all the powders melt into your face so your makeup doesn't look super cakey and gross. So now going back to the eyes, we're going to be doing our lower lash line. And we're basically doing the same thing that we did on our top lid on our bottom lid. Does that make any sense? So I'm going to be using an e.l.f. smudge brush. It's kind of like a flat shader brush, but kind of cut in half, so it's a bit more densely packed. I'm just going to go straight into the dark brown shadow that we put on our outer and inner corners, and just put that on the outer and inner part of my lower lash line. With the inner part of our lower lash line, you don't want to go too into your tear duct. For the center part, I'm going to be using the same highlighter we've been using. And if it doesn't show up, I'm probably going to add a bit of the lustrous shadow that we put as our base. Yeah, no. So I'm going to go into that e.l.f. lustrous shadow in the shade Toast. I'm going to be putting that on the center part of my lower lash line. And again, with this, you really just want to pack it and not so much smudge it around to make sure that the product really stays in that place. Actually, I'm going to go into the Carly Bible palette and use this gold shadow. What I'm going to do is apply the e.l.f. lustrous shadow first and then use this on top of it. And then I'm just going to add some bottom mascara, and I'm using the same Maybelline Big Eyes, but I'm using the smaller brush side, the lower lash line side. And now for the two lip options. The first one is NYX Liquid Suede in the shade Sandstorm. This lip color really just tones down the look a little bit more and brings most of the attention to the eye look. And for the second lip option, I'm using the e.l.f. Velvet Lip Color in the shade Ruby Red as my lip liner, and the e.l.f. Velvet Matte Lipstick in the shade Ruby Red. Matte lip color does not come out as red as I want it to, but it's really good as a lip liner because it is matte, so it helps the lipstick to not feather, while the e.l.f. Velvet Matte Lipstick isn't matte. But it does have a lot of good ingredients for your lips to keep them moisturized and hydrated, like vitamin E. This is definitely a more classic approach to the look if you do the red lip. This is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. Also, leave some video requests down below for some videos that you guys may want me to do. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.